Well, hello there. This is Shiva. I just decided I was going to do a quick video on PinBuilder. They posted a couple of times today on Facebook, which is kind of cool. But it just occurred to me I hadn't gone over any of the stuff that they had been doing for the last, I guess, couple of weeks. They didn't do an update this week. They're busy working on their own game called Unfathomable. And as you know, that's basically a renamed version of Phantom. Be interesting to see what they did with that. It's one of the few games actually that will work within PinBuilder the way it is, and from Valley. So I have a feeling that had a lot to do with it too as well. They've added some stuff because they are working on this game. They needed some custom models and some custom shapes. First off, we've got the clear pegs. That is actually, what Phantom did. And we also got it looks like these are the thicker railing system. They added legs to them, and we have like a quarter turn now, so that's kind of nice. They've added a couple of new models will be included with it. And all I can say is it's about time, especially with the gates. It doesn't look as if they've done the spinners. I've been looking at the pictures very closely, and they're still using the EM bracket spinners. But whatever, at least we got the gates. They needed to do these because it just wouldn't work with the Phantom design, especially the long one, but even the small one there. The other thing here too is, here's the close-up. As you know, Phantom is a great game. I loved this game when I played it when it first came out in the 1980s. It's just a great game. You can see how they did some stuff here. That looks to be the EM size spinner. Yeah, that's definitely an EM size spinner. But as you notice, they did the curve things, and this sort of allows them to get around their apron. They don't need to change the apron because it would be somewhere around in this area here, somewhere where my finger is pointing, because it's so huge, right? So by having the inside out lanes, they don't have to worry about the apron taking up 10% of your entire play field, because it's what it does actually. It takes up way too much of the playfield. And then, of course, they also showed, their Photoshop thing with transparent plastics is actually very, very, very simple to do. I do mine a completely different way, but that's not what it's about. So they also mentioned a couple of other things. There were going to be some bug fixes, I believe. And also they said they're going to be working on the logic mode, and they kind of needed to anyway because Phantom's scoring is actually quite sophisticated. And PinBuilder as it is right now, it probably wasn't able to do it. So they probably added some stuff in there. So the second part of this video was just to update everybody on me. I'm going to be working a little bit more on Jungle Girl. I've decided to finish it off and just get it out and just put it to bed. So there's been a lot of changes, lots of minor changes with Jungle Girl. Most importantly, it's got text to speech, which isn't very good, but you have to work with what you got. And it also has the latest version of Shiva flippers, which is now a completely variable coil system. So you don't need things like end of strokes or need to do so many settings. I think there's like 4 settings now that you only need to change. And end of stroke is no longer needed because it's a full variable coil system. You'll probably see it pretty quickly, I'm hoping. I've got a flipper to do, and I've got some minor things to do, like I want the spinner to spin a little bit more, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's ready to go. I suspect I might release it on Saturday. And that would happen to be my birthday. And as everybody knows, I have a tendency to release stuff on my birthday and on special days like Christmas. I've been doing that for 22 years. So, my birthday's coming up. That's fine. One of the questions somebody had asked me a couple of weeks ago was about Jungle Girl and about if the possibility of it coming to PinBuilder or to Pinball Panic, I guess. And the short answer is not a chance in hell. Okay. And it's not at the moment. Pinball Panic, absolutely not. Pinball Panic's a completely different kind of pinball editor. It's more of a fantasy editor. Everything is presets, and as you can tell just from the shapes of Jungle Girl, it's not going to be able to do it. It's as simple as that. And of course, Jungle Girl also happens to have 13,000 lines of code that I've had to write for the engine and for the scoring and for the rules. PinBuilder, I really don't see it. And it has a lot to do with the fact that there's not enough proper objects. Well, first thing you can obviously see what's the big problem right here. All of this area, because the apron is so much bigger, it would be up to, I would say, right about here. It will completely block all of the drain lanes and everything else like that. So, no, it's until we actually get a proper sized and scaled apron, that's pretty much out the window. But also the logic system itself, as it is right now, there just isn't a heck of a lot to it right now. It's very, very simplistic. It's basically points, a bonus multiplier, and a bonus count system, and that's it. And this is a completely different animal. For instance, the skill shot from the plunger, it comes from the plunger and it goes all the way up here. And these targets go up and down. And if you can get the ball past the targets and into the kick-out hole that's here, you get a quick multi-ball. There's no way in hell PinBuilder can do that. It's as simple as that. So that's easy to change. You can just shoot the ball straight up. But, you have things like the T-Rex bonus, which I don't think PinBuilder is able to do. The looping shots with opening and closing gates so that you have completely different shots. Don't think PinBuilder can do. The Jungle Girl, the entire Jungle Girl system, I definitely know PinBuilder won't be able to do. And that is a letter bonus, which Bally used to do all the time, but it's it's sort of a mini bonus, sort of like Flash Gordon and everything else. It was based off of Flash Gordon. There's absolutely no way PinBuilder will be able to do that. And if I decided to do that, it would be tons and tons of work. I would have to change everything. I'd have to change all of the inserts. I'd have to change all of the graphics so that everything matches. I have to rewrite all of the rules and everything else like that. I really don't see that as possible, to be honest. And it would be a long, long, long time before PinBuilder would ever be capable of doing anything like this game. And this is, by Bally standards, pretty complex, but it's not. It's actually not a hard game to do if you have like Visual Pinball, or in this case, Future Pinball, which is what Jungle Girl was made for. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I really can't see myself doing it. And I don't think that the devs would be in the slightest bit interested in adding stuff so that we could do a game like this anyway. So there you go. There's your reason why. Beyond that, if you are a fan of Future Pinball, make sure you get your Future Pinball updated, and your plugin, which is the BAM plugin, make sure that is completely updated. And hopefully within the next few days, you'll be hearing from me about when I will be able to release a new version. It's just a sort of a quality of life and just a slight improvement update. But it's just stuff that I intended to do, and I just decided to finally get around to doing it. So, in the meanwhile, hope you've all had a great weekend. Up here in Canada, we have a holiday, and up here it is absolutely bloody hot. So, what else is new? But in the meanwhile, we'll probably talk to you in a few days' time. Hopefully PinBuilder will have an update. Hopefully Pinball Panic will have an update. Hopefully Jungle Girl will have an update. It's going to be Update Arama this next weekend. So have a great week, and we'll all talk to you later. Bye now.